get back to. So if you come here, David, if you want to test this out, make sure you are on you have VNC. That's the first thing I said you should have. If you're running it and it's not working, sometimes you have to switch to VPN. VPN helps to make it work. So I'm just saying, if you have a problem that, like me, sometimes when I run it, it doesn't work. So I'm always on VPN. Now, when you're on console, you just come here. You should be able to stop your console from running, and you should be able to stop it all and get to run it yourself, like get to play the run. So it's doing there's like a stop right here. I don't know if you saw the workflow. I had to come and stop. And then there's also a stop in here that you can stop as well. So let's see if it works. And I'm trying to look for the run button, which usually is there, but I can just tell the AI, run the program. You just need to make sure it's working in the beginning. Just run it to see if it runs on the VNC here, if it shows anything, because you already have code here, but you're going to delete it. You just want to test it out first and see if it's running. That's the first thing you should do. So let's get it to run. There's also going to be a run button, which is what I was looking for, a green one, like a play button right here. But I didn't see it, so that's why I said run it. I had to ask the AI to do it. So if you don't see it, just ask the AI to do it. It's just like a first run testing thing, and then afterwards you will start seeing the run thing. Okay, while this is working, let's go back into this issue is that thinker which Turtle uses installed. Okay, so it's fixing that. It says, let me fix that. Let's go back here into this part of the picture. It looks very similar to the first part, to the first picture. Let me try something. The second picture looks very, very similar to the first one. So let me try and see something. Based on the scenario that we have, let's go back to the scenario. The book rests on a velvet, blah, blah, blah. Then we have this thing where the code knight power, as the code knight power equals 10 solidifies in the air, the glowing label under Sir Lowe's confirming he's a physical. The camera zooms in. Okay, instead of the armor changing, Sir Knight suddenly poofs into the dust. Okay, so, right, there's a couple of things that have to happen. All right, so I'll do this. This is what you can do, though, David, if you see the images too similar. Go again to Gemini. Copy the exact same prompt that you did for the second picture, but this time don't upload a reference. Try without a reference, but make sure you go back and you copy the description of the character profiles. So, take the same thing again that you had here. You don't need the royal soup, by the way, so but you can just put it anyways, but it doesn't require royal soup character at this point. So paste it over here. Now I'm going to change again to image, and let's send one more time. So I just want to see if, because this is happening where the character is more disappearing than actually being present in the scene, is that the reason why the picture is the same as the first one? I want to compare. So you have to compare and check to be perfect in getting the right scene. If it's different, then that obviously tells you that uploading the picture before didn't really help. You should sometimes separate the characters, and I'm going to show you one technique too. Now let's go back to Turtle. You see Turtle is working now. See that? Now it's running. Now it's working. And this thing that you just saw happen here, let's stop this program. Clear past runs, stop. And now we can just go back to, I don't know, sometimes the run button is in here. You got to click run from here. So when you click run, you see, okay, so I'm going to stop it again. Look at it. Remember what I did. I had to tell it to run. You got to communicate with the AI here to get your stuff to work. So stop it again. You always have to come to console, stop. Then you go back to this workflows, and then you see your Turtle program and you just run it. That's the one you're running. Turtle program, and go back immediately to VNC, and you'll see whatever you're done running here. So what we want to do, David, is for our program, delete everything. We don't need all of this stuff. Okay, none of that is needed. First, what you're going to do is when you're coding for your video recording, first of all, please make sure that your browser is zoomed in. That's how you record a proper coding. Zoom it in because the students need to see what you're typing. Now, make sure that your code does not go long. Think about this code if it's going to be horizontal or if it's going to be vertical. And even if it's going to be horizontal, you shouldn't be coding all the way until the end. So what's going to happen for me, Felix, is I'm going to, David, is I'm going to make it horizontal because my pictures, my video is all going to be horizontal. It's not going to be shorts, right? So I'll type in, the first thing is, as you're coding, when you do the content, and I'm going to show you now, let me see the picture first. Okay, so look at this picture now. It sort of changed a little bit, but that's fine. I can use this because I want to be a little bit more dynamic. So I'm going to use this as my second photo. But try to make sure that the characters are not too much out of context. I think the characters here are kind of in sync with the first picture. So I'm downloading this, and let's go back together to vids, okay? Because I want to show you scene 1, then scene 2, and how I'm going to do the coding. So we go back to vids, and then we go back to landscape. We go back to VEO. By the way, did you notice, David, that now with the expanded version on this email, there's also Lyria. Lyria is an original AI music. There's AI avatar. So you have some new features in there. So let's go to VEO 3.1. That's what we need, really. Go to animate and make sure you're on landscape, right? So the first scene. Now, the second scene, I believe, has been completed as well. So let's go back. Here's my second scene. So this is going to be 2A, I don't know, G or something. Okay, so now let's go back, David, and let's start working. So now you come back, focus a lot, make sure transitioning, everything is perfect in terms of what you're doing. I'm going to put our video on this side. So here I'm going to start by create, or you can say, first of all, I always like to say this, using the picture attached here. Create a high quality cinematic, I don't know, avoid Hollywood blockbuster. Sometimes you get an error with that one. Cinematic, just say animation, 3D animation. You can say that because that's kind of how it goes. Video, showing. So that, David, showing what? Go back to your picture, what you did in the exact same thing you did in your picture the first time you generated the photo. Copy the same thing, except you don't need all that description. You just need from visuals, okay? So if you can't do it from here, it's fine. You can go back to your scene and just go back to scene 1 and copy from the visuals to the audio. Now you need the audio and the soundtrack and all that stuff. And you also need the transition, right? And you can probably also include this as a text overlay, or you can leave it as a coding, which makes more sense. And I think I'm going to leave it out as a coding completely because I don't want to mix things. So what I'll do is I'll come over here, where's the vids, and I'll paste all that stuff that I showed you now. All I copied for scene 1, right? Now be careful and read everything properly. So scene 1 starts from here. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Let me know if you have any questions as well, okay? So this is where my visuals start from here. This is like visuals and setting. My action starts from here. So action will go on the next line. And then we have the alchemist finger, blah, blah, blah. There's something I'm going to correct that I'm going to show you. Now, audio and soundtrack, you can put audio and soundtrack. You can leave it like that, or you can just put either one of them. Is it audio or is it soundtrack? Now, what I want you to do as well is when you're talking of a character, go back to the beginning, the visuals. It says a heavy letter book, blah, blah, blah. Look for where it talks about the character. Once it starts talking about the character, like certain, say now, explain what that is. That's the 3D, that's the knight character. Make sure you refer to that, knight. Make sure you refer to it, okay? Knight character in the picture attached here. This is important, okay, David? So I'm recording this session, so this will help you. Now, the alchemist's finger, you have to come back and explain who's alchemist from the picture. That's the blue ethereal hand in the picture attached here. Okay, then you come back here, David, to the last part, the voiceover. This VO is not enough, okay? You got to write the full thing, voiceover, so that it's known. And then voiceover, try to read it and see if it's something that will be said completely. In the floating isles of the Etheria. Now, what you can do, David, is something I like to do a lot. Copy this voiceover, okay? And then just copy the whole scene, in fact. Go back to this or go back to any other Gemini. You can open an eGemini again. Copy all of scene 1 and ask Gemini to give you the type of tone of the voice. It's really important to make it more dramatic. So I'm copying all of scene 1, okay? And I'm going back here and saying, looking at the scene description below, what, in one sentence, don't say too long, in one sentence, say, give me the type of tone an accent description for the voiceover. Or you can say the most suitable. Give me the most suitable, not type, but the most suitable type of tone and accent for the voiceover that works well with the scene. Okay, and then here you can say, here is the scene. This is where you paste what I copied. Here's the scene, paste it here. Once you're done, send it over, see what Gemini will give you. Just one sentence is what you want to make the video come really good. And it says the type of tone should be something enigmatic, scholarly, with a refined British pronunciation, right? So copy this whole thing, and that's what you're gonna put in the voiceover description. So when you copy this, I'm gonna go back to the vids. Let's go back to the vids again. Sorry, David, give me one moment. Okay. All right, so David, are you paying attention to what I'm saying here for the voiceover? Everything good so far? Okay, so I put the accent, okay, the definition of how this would be said. Now, something that's tricky about this voice thing when they're speaking, if you put too much punctuations or, punctuation, too much stop, full stop, or dot, 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 the AI gets confused. So sometimes what I do, or what we do, is we put a comma, sometimes like that. Some things are set in stone, and then we put a comma, and then even though some of the punctuation doesn't make sense, but you have to do it because the AI does not recognize, it doesn't have common sense, doesn't know it needs to pause or speak it in a certain way. So you just have to make sure that everything is written properly for it to speak it completely. So now we've gotten all of this done. Now what are we left with? If you go back to your scene, we're left with the transition part. That's it. The coding part, we're going to show you how we're going to do the coding part. So just copy the transition scene and go back again to this part here and paste in the transition right down there. Now read the transition and see if it makes sense. So as the code night power solidifies, so you can say as the text overlay. So it means, David, that you have to have a text overlay because the transition is part of the text overlay. So we can say, as a text over, because if we don't put a text overlay, how are we gonna do the transition? So even though we're gonna code it, it's fine. We can put it as a text overlay. As a text overlay, we can say code equals, put it in quotation marks. That's why I told you have to read it so it makes sense. Solidifies in the air, glowing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all of this looks good. Now, one thing I forgot to do, if we're putting a text overlay, we have to put remember I told you there's a trick text that you put in here. So I'm gonna go get that trick text because we didn't have the text overlay on the picture. So that's a problem. So I'm going to put the text overlay in the picture, and I'm also going to put the trick text that I told you before. So look at what I'll do. I'll come back here. Let me get that trick text first. The trick text is somewhere. Where is it? Let me see. I gave it. It's so many folders in here. I can't remember what it is, but I need to find some folder for cooking or something like that in here. Give me one moment. I'm going to put this a little bit down just so I can look for the folder well. Oh, I think I found the folder. Something culinary. Oh, I found it, I think. No, it's not the one. Never mind. I'll search it up. Paradise something. It's called Paradise. Baker's Map Paradise. Sorry, give me a moment, David. I'm almost there. I'm just looking for one folder that I need to get the, what you call it, the text, that one that I gave you before. And I told you, oh, I got it. I got the folder. So here it is. It's this one. So I always put it in here. I should actually put it somewhere else. If here I want to take the text overlay, the one that's going to help me make my text overlay exactly come out the way it's supposed to come out. So I'll copy this part and then I'll just go and paste it in there. So let's get back here and paste it in the, always do this in the action section because the action is where things are happening. So I'll paste it right here. And what is a text overlay? Just go and copy it. Just look at the picture or just look at the, I already know it because this is the one from what I saw on the scene. So here I will paste this part. This is supposed to come exactly as it is. And now I made a mistake before where the picture didn't have the text overlay, right? Let's go back to that picture. The first one, this one doesn't have a text overlay. So what I'll do is I'll just re-upload the photo and tell the computer the AI to put it for me in a very cool manner, right? So I'll say insert, make sure you say only, so it doesn't change anything. Insert this text overlay only. And what is the text overlay? This one, that's it. And say do not, make sure you say do not change anything else in the picture attached here. And one thing I forgot to do as well, David, was at the beginning, you'd have to say redesign the picture attached here and insert only this text, insert this text only, text over only. So now let's see what it will do. It's supposed to make it for me, and let's send it. I would have said insert it in a stylish way. I mean, that's something you can add to make it look nice, in a nice way, in a vintage way, whatever way. But I just did it now. I forgot to say it. That's fine. Let's see how it inserts it into this photo, and then we're good to go. So once we get the first scene done, I'm thinking in the second scene, we also have a text overlay, but the only reason I put a text overlay, David, in this scene is because that's part of the transition. If it wasn't in the transition, I wouldn't put it because I'm going to code it anyways. So I'm not gonna put it in the, you know, in the transition text overlay if it's not part of the transition. Okay, let me see. Where did it put this stuff? Oh, it put it right there. Didn't it have that already? No, it didn't have that, but he is code night power. I mean, it's not bad. He could be there. It could be there, but I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try because in the original picture, look at the original photo. This guy is not supposed to have, he's Sir Integer. So he's not supposed to have anything with the code next to him. I want it to be written in a very big, bold way. So what I'll do is this, David, I don't want it, don't settle for what you get. You have to do it again. Go back to Gemini again, go back again, or go to Google Flow, whatever it is. And then here, okay, David, click create image. Here you will paste it, redesign the picture here and insert the text overlay only in a stylish manner. Insert this text overlay in a big, or you can say in a bold, and I have to just correct the text right there, in a bold and stylish manner only, right? And then now I'll upload the picture one more time, the one that didn't have a text overlay. That's the first photo. And I'll send it again. So let's see. You just have to make sure you get the right thing. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what you try, but you get it at the end. So let's see now. Hopefully this now reflects for me a good photo, and then I can just upload it, get the video done, and then work on the code now. So our code, remember, is ready. We have it here. I'm going to tell you what we're going to put in here, how we're going to start coding it. It's very basic. And as you're coding, you have to screen record. That's something I'm also going to show you. You have to screen record because you screen record and then later you play fast and you join it when you're editing the video. So anyways, let's go back to the last part. Let's get the picture done first, and then we'll go back to the code. I have a software that is a free screen recorder. If you have Microsoft on your computer, David, if you want a very good free screen recorder with some very good features, it's called Microsoft ChipChamp, and it's a very good software and it's free, okay? You can install it. Microsoft ChipChamp. It's a really good one and it's free. Okay, so my picture is being generated right now. So it's almost there.
Microsoft
ChipChamp. Look at it here. ClipChamp. Yeah.
Okay.
Microsoft ClipChamp. I'm going to open it for you to see. Okay, so it did this, David. I guess I'll just take it. For now, it's fine. But remember, when you're actually doing the original, you can still go back to Google Flow, but I don't want to take time. So I'll just use this for now. So now let's go back and upload the picture. So we have the picture downloaded with the, let me go back here. Let me make sure it's downloaded on my computer. Yes, it is. I believe it is. Yes, here it is, this one. So this is the new one. Let's go new. I'm going to say new 111 and then let me upload it now for the video. So upload this picture. And now we're going to get it animated. Yeah, so I think it's good to go. Let's just go over it one more time, making sure everything is okay. I think it's fine. Now let's send it. Okay, so now while this one is doing what it's doing, David, let's go back to the code part. Now I'm going to open Clipchamp so you can see it. This is how Clipchamp looks like. You can still see my screen, right? Yeah?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, so David, never mind. There's also, I forgot to tell you, a very important thing. If you go back to your tech staff email, okay? Go back here, and if you go to vids, if you go to vids, if you go to let me finish here. If you click on record, do you see record? There's a record option. You can record from vids. I forgot to tell you. You can actually record from vids. So I will say allow this time. And I don't have camera access because I'm using camera with you. But if you, okay, I actually have camera access. It actually worked. So if you can do that, allow using the site, and then you can get my camera. You see, I'm talking to you and you're seeing me, right? So if I do this, I can do screen. You got to do camera and screen, okay? Because you want to record, no, not camera and screen, just screen. You want to record screen. You don't need to show yourself. Make sure you go entire screen, and then you go here. Now, look what I'm saying, David. You go entire screen, and then you go into this part, and you can do share system audio. But what that means is the audio coming from your computer, which you can do just to be on a safer side. But you don't need it because you're coding, really. You don't need audio. You can put music there. That's why we have create music. So you can skip up the audio. You're not needing to talk. So once you click the share thingy, then now you can come and record your screen. See, you can start recording by clicking this record option. Do you still see my screen okay, by the way? Still seeing everything fine?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so when we're ready, we're going to start recording. We're not ready right now. So let's go back to the vids. Something unexpected happened. Let me go back. So sometimes also when you're generating things, David, let me explain to you something again. Whenever you get the error that says something unexpected happened, it's because you either put something like a smoke. These are keywords that the AI doesn't like. Smoke. You're using the image of children. You're using the image of somebody famous, or you're putting some sort of camera action that is going fast or zooming in and out. Something you have to pay attention to the keywords that you're using in your video clip prompt, which is what is making the AI to give you that unexpected error. So let's see, I have clicked generate. I think the unexpected error happened because I was opening to record, and at the same time, this was generating from the same bits. Let's see if everything is okay, then we don't, yeah, there's an unexpected error happening. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What you can do in this case, let's see, it says high quality animation, your integer. Let me see what could cause this error. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. Let's copy this. Let's go back because I wanna, if you wanna fix the error, what you can do as well, David, is if you go to Gemini, okay, just go to Gemini and say, look at my scene. Look at what you can do, just so I can show you, and then I'll show you how you can fix it. Look at the scene below and tell me and rewrite. I would rather say not rewrite, but tell me why I get an unexpected error when generating a clip for it. Are you still with me, David? David? Hello?
Yes, I am with you. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so I just want you to see, I'm trying to show you how you can fix the error, like if you get an error. So I told the computer, look at the scene below and tell me why I'm getting an unexpected error. So it's going to tell me why. If there's any keyword you're supposed to change, it will tell you. And once you change it, it will be fine. So let's see what it will find me as an error. Let's see what I get. Let's look at it together. And then I wanted to go on. Okay, it says there are several reasons why this would give an error. AI videos generate a single continuous motion focus. Your prompt describes a complex book opening. Okay, so there's a lot of complex things happening, and audio, most video generations are pure visual, including a voice script. British, okay. The accent is also something. Highly specific text in UI, asking for a specific ID and a floating code overlay is very demanding, while some models are improving a text. the combination of 3D animation, precise rendering. Okay, so there are some things we can fix. All right, so here's like a recommendation. But before I go into that, David, let's go back into Google Flow. And I want to show you something we can also do on Google Flow. What we can do is just copy the same thing. You have Google Flow on the same account here, the tech staff one. So just go into new project, and let's go and paste the prompt. This is the same prompt, okay? And then go back here, make sure you do video, make sure you go for frames and 16:9. Don't go for ×2, go for ×1, because ×2 is too many credits. Just 20 credits is fine at a time. Now, opening, this is what you do, David. Open your first scene, upload your first scene, okay? Then upload your second scene, because that would help you to transition in a way. So let's see if there's a nice connection there between the two scenes, okay? Because there's a transition, remember? So transition from one to the next. Okay, let's see. I'm uploading both pictures, by the way, so that's why I'm waiting. And at the same time, I'm looking at the next scene, the second scene. I might not use the second scene again, but yeah, I'm just looking to see how the transition is going to work nicely. So it's still uploading the pictures. David, everything good? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna delete the second scene, okay? And I decided not to put it as a transition. So now let's go for the video. So if you have a problem, David, now it's generating this video on Google Flow. So let's hope everything goes well. But if you have a problem, I'm just skipping this because I don't want to take too much time. But I showed you that you can go to the Gemini, to the AI, and ask it to give you the flags of your prompt to see why it's not generating with video. Because even if you keep trying to generate with the vids, it's not going to work because it doesn't recognize something here. You're putting too many animations going on, or you have to like change some of the wordings for it to actually generate again. So if you have that sort of a problem, just go to the Flow and try to generate the picture in Flow, because Flow, I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes Flow has a more intelligent AI model that generates videos, unlike vids. So it actually, Flow would understand what you want better than vids. So you can try also on Google Flow. But also you can refine your words on Gemini so that you can use it on vids. So let's wait and see. Once we have the first video ready, then we're going to go into the coding part, and I'll just show you how you do the coding, and I think you're done. And I'll show you, you remember I just showed you now that you can do the screen recording on vids, right? I'll show you again. You go to vids, you go to record, right? And the screen, that's it. But I'll show you. Let us finish the video and I'll show you that part. And that's what we're expecting. Okay, so the video is done. I don't know if I'm sharing my screen with audio. Let me share with audio so you can hear how the video is. Let me stop sharing and share it again one more time now that the video is done. So you see that with Flow, it actually generated the video for me. Sometimes you just have to play around with the AI like that because it doesn't really understand. Okay, so I'm back here again. You can still see my screen, right? Everything's still good?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, now I'm gonna play the video. So just pay attention. I'll try to put it as 100%. Okay. I don't like the video because first of all, there's no audio. There's no voiceover, so we can't use this video. You gotta get the voiceover. So let's do something real quick. I'll go back to vids, and you can still do this on Google Flow, but I don't advise because the AI has already saved it, okay? It has already saved it in its memory. So for now, try to do vids, unless you open another Google Flow separately. So what I'll do is, let me see. I'm gonna try changing some things here. Tiny glowing label. I'm gonna remove this text. Let's see, the alchemist. I'm trying to reduce the animation. Don't reduce too much because that would take over what needs to be there. It's also talking about refined British pronunciation. I'm just gonna say British accent. Just make it simple. British English accent. So I'm making some slight changes. And enigmatic scholarly tone, that's fine. Transition goes, solidifies, glowing under Sir Integer's feet, brightens, confirming he's a physical and born. Okay, I'm just gonna go the whole, just brighten his feet. That's it. Make it simple. Try to simplify your text. That's all I'm saying. As the book leaf cracks open, the 3D and engineered, I'm just gonna say a paper 3D castle pops up. Sir Integer. Okay, let's try one more time. Let me copy this. Let's go one more time again. Generate. So most important thing, David, is we want the voiceover to work. Again, with Google Flow, you can still go back and do it again. We're just trying to do things where we don't be wasting the credits. You can still go back and open another Google Flow and then take the voiceover and paste it and try to get it to speak. But we need it to speak. That's the point of the first thing. If you still try and the speaking doesn't work, it means you have to check your audio. Something is wrong with the way you're putting your voice over. So let's see how Vids is going to do it. And if Vids also does a video where there isn't any speaking, then it's probably because we have this too much description for the tone and the accent, which is why we're getting this problem. So, and then maybe just rephrasing the way it's still giving me. Give me a moment. Let's go back and let's just get it to rewrite this for me. Now rewrite this scene below to be very short, so I do not get an unexpected error. Okay, so I'm doing this. I'm rewriting it. I didn't do it. I changed the wording, still didn't work. So now I'm rewriting it again. So I can, and this is kind of what you have to do if you're getting it, or eventually, what you can do is just copy the scenes, again, all scenes, and tell Gemini to rewrite the scenes for you, but this time make sure that every scene can generate for you a video without any problems. So that way, Gemini is going to give you prompts or give you scenes that wouldn't have any problems when you create them. So let's see how it's going to rewrite the scene for me below. And I can use it to sort of like reword what I have there and see if I can generate a new video. All right, it's still working. Let's see. So this is how a life of a content developer is. You have to be patient because you want to get the right quality. And that's what we do here. We try to be patient and make sure we get the quality that's the best. So as I come back here for a reason. The reason I'm here is because I probably want to open this in a new one. To avoid, you should focus on the prompt exclusively on the visual accent. Here's a shortened one. A cinematic 3 animation engineered castle. Okay. Let's go back here. So I'm gonna start with the cover features. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the alchemist, the blue hand. I'm just taking out some keywords here. Taps in the Sir Integer's head. He remains perfectly still, and the text overlay, great. I'm gonna take out enigmatic and take out the British accent. Make it simpler in the floating isles of Etheria. Let's put that here. Make this easier, soundtrack, okay. As the text overlay of this, as this text, maybe I should say this text overlay solidifies in the air. The glowing label under fill brightens up. Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's anything, a 3D engineered, I'm gonna remove this 3D. The engineered castle pops up from the center. Sir Integer stands on the stone. Okay, I think I've gotten everything. Let me copy this whole thing. I wanna put it on a new, and I'll upload the scene. The first scene again. And then let's send it. Now you're probably wondering, why don't I just do create like the option that says create from scratch? It's because when you do that option, you hardly sometimes get to have your text overlay shown. It will show the text overlay as a rubbish text, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want any rubbish. I always told you that we don't want rubbish text will be shown on the video. We want to avoid that. So that's the reason why I'm not doing create from scratch, because I don't want any rubbish text to be shown. I want proper text to be shown. All the text that is generated from the picture, they're all written correctly without any grammar or any spelling mistake. So that's why I'm not doing create from scratch here. Oh my goodness, it still doesn't want to work. Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to try Flow one more time, see if it works now with Flow to speak. Let's see one more time on Flow. Let's go for create with Flow. Again, remember, this is not how you would go about it. If it's doing you this, you just have to copy the script and say, rewrite the scene so it doesn't give me any problems. But I just want to use what we have for now, and that's why I'm going back and forth between these things. So I'm going to try again here because there's all this animation going on. So let's wait again, and then I'll try sending it with Flow. The first one isn't bad, but it doesn't have any audio. So, you can put background audio. By the way, you can put background audio. Okay, David, I forgot to tell you. Oops, that's very, very, very wrong of me. I forgot to say that. You can put background audio. Do you remember, David, from here? I don't know if you know about this, but there is one thing here that you have where it's, I think it's AI avatar, or you can say create an audio to have this tone. I'm going to show you what you can do. Just give me a minute. There's AI avatar you can try, okay? Or you can use Lyria. No, Lyria is for like background music. That's different. You can do AI avatar, and then you can put what you wanted to say in your script, like in the scene. No, my God, I put too much. I just need the voiceover. And then you can choose like what kind of a voiceover avatar you want, like what kind of a voice. You got to play the voices.
The voice you select.
Yeah, you see? But I would suggest that you do this on vids, and I'll show you what you can do. That's another solution. Actually, that just came to my mind now. But let me try this one more time and see if this works with the voice itself. Okay. So I'm going to send it again one more time. The picture is uploaded. You're still seeing everything good, right? There's one more solution that we can do. Oh, I'll show you the solution. Just a minute. So I want to show you all the possibilities and what can happen. It's good this is happening because when we were doing this before, I didn't really get much of this unexpected error. But if you have this unexpected error, your solution is really just go to Google Flow, or just change the wording, change the whole, like, just copy all the script, the scenes that we give you, and say, using the same context as what's in these scenes, rewrite it again such that I don't get any errors, and say, make sure you give me the visuals, the audio, the action, all that stuff. Now I'm going to try this one more time. If I still get it playing without an audio, I'm just going to pick the best Google Flow from them, and then I'm going to generate the audio myself. That's all I'll do. And then I'll fix the problem, because you can't keep regenerating and I don't want us to take too much time. If I was on my own, I would just copy the script and ask it to rewrite it for me. So now I'll just do this last part, and then I will go over to the coding, which I still need to show you. Now for the coding, David, what you will do is do this first. You're gonna say first line of code, which is basically initialize. I know you might not know this terminology, so let's go simple. First is we are going to insert. If you want to make this code even nicer, dramatic, you can say inserting, or just start from the beginning. Never mind. And what was the first thing that we had here? Was that text overlay? Let me have a look. I'm looking for the text overlay because I want to put that in the code. That's for scene number 2. Scene number 1 is right here. It was code night power equals 10. Okay, so assigning a variable. This is what you do. This is what we call it. So you code like this, assigning a value. I'm going to do this again one more time, but just showing you, to a variable. Okay, and then the variable was code night. You got to write it exactly how it is in the picture, okay? The same way. So it was code night. Why am I getting this stuff open and closed? Code night power, okay? So we don't have spacing in variables, by the way, so you got to put it together. Code night power equals 10. This is how you're going to start, like that. Okay, and as you're doing this, you're recording your screen, and then after you can speed it up. Now let's go back to the flow. Okay, it's done the second video. Let's see what it's done now. Okay, so I will go, I think, for the first one. Let me see how the first one is. First one is okay, but the text isn't great. So let me see this one. Yeah. Okay, let's assume I go for the first one. I go with the first one. Now, when you're talking about, let's go back to generating the audio, and then I'll tell you what next you will do. So if this is not working, let's just do this. When you get your picture, I'm just saying for now, right? Make sure all the text is correct, though. This is just because I want to go fast on this. Here, you will just say generate an audio, a video, generate this video showing or saying this, because I just want to focus on the audio. So generate a video saying this, right? And then I'll just take out the soundtrack part, all the stuff goes away. And let's just do this. Let's using this picture, okay? Using this picture, using the picture attached here. You can still stick to that. So, I mean, it's only voiceover, so just send it. The most important thing is we want to get the audio. Now, again, if you're having some issues with audio, I mean, voiceover is what I'm talking about, sorry. If you're having some issues with voiceovers, you can still use that AI voiceover thing that I showed you, which I might eventually use if it's giving you some issues, and then you can put it in here, whichever one. So most important thing is this. I want to show you this, and then I'll get all the things together. I'll download the video that I want to use from Google Flow, and I'll put the audio that I want, and then I'll code and record my screen, and I'll download the video for that and join it together. And now I'm ready for the second scene. So that's how it's going to be. So let's see what it generates for the audio first. Let's see how it's going to be a video, but it will have the audio, and I can download it as just an MP3 instead of an MP4. You're still here, right? David, still with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so it's generated
In the
the
floating
video.
isles of Etheria, memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Wow, that was amazing. Whoa, that's something I didn't even learn. I mean, I just learned it now that it did it on its
Isles
own.
of Etheria,
Did you notice that, David?
Yes.
It did it on its own. I mean, we didn't need to specify what would happen, and it did it on its own. So that's something you can do, David. There you have it. You see, we just learned something together. I mean, I've been creating content for a while now, and I didn't know this was a trick that you can actually do, that you can just get the picture there, everything is clear, and just tell it to put the voiceover and don't say anything else. And it just did it perfectly. So did you see what it is? Let me play it again. You can hear my screen, my video and everything, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
In the floating isles of Etheria, memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Okay, perfect. I think it also, it's not just about it looks nice, you have to like look at it and see if it makes sense to what it's saying. Now, in a case where you did this and it didn't work, like it's just talking, like it's saying things that are not going with the picture. In that sense, when you want to download, just download the MP3, just download the MP4. Like if you just want the audio, like what he's saying, and put it with the Google Flow, then you would say download as an MP4, which I'm going to show you right now. And then you will convert an MP4 to an MP3. So you just get the audio. So I will show you real quick. Now I downloaded this as a video, right? You see it on my computers here. It's now a video. But if I go over and I want to just extract the audio from a video, and this is why, again, David, you should have Clipchamp. Clipchamp does all of that. You can just extract only the audio if you want. So here, if you go back to extract audio from video, we don't like our content to be online, so please do not do this often. I'm pretty sure, how do I extract? I'm pretty sure I can extract the audio from the video on VLC. Give me a moment. How to extract, audio from video using Clipchamp. Let's use this one because it's the one I told you to download. Clipchamp. That's the Microsoft Clipchamp. So you import it, click the audio tab on the right panel and click detach button. Okay, perfect. Let's go to Clipchamp, okay? So I'm going to upload the picture, the video. This is Clipchamp, the one I told you to do. This is where we kind of edit our videos as well. It's really good and it's free. It's Microsoft. If you go in here, you can actually extract, because I don't want you to do anything online because we don't like to get our content online at all. So I'm going to upload the video, and this is how you can extract the audio in case if you still see that it's creating a video that doesn't go and you just want the audio. So it says go to this part and then go to the top. Where's the audio start? Okay, wait, first I have to add this video. First of all, add it to the timeline. There's like a timeline right here. You just click on the plus sign and you add it to timeline. And then you go to audio and then you say you detach audio right there and you detach it and it will download for you, David, as an MP3. See, just as a video. I mean, just as an audio. Now, if you want to use that with your flow, what you will do, David, is you go back here. Let's go back to the vids again. Let's open up vids because vids is a place where you can also edit videos. You know that, right? Let's open up vids and you will come back and download the one that you like from Google Flow. Let's say you like one of these ones. I don't know. Let's say you like, oh my gosh, sorry about that. Let's say you download with a high scale because remember this account is an account that has good access to AI. So download the highest quality one. So 1000, okay, this is going to take time. I should have just gone with 720. Let me just go with a simple one. Yeah, that's way easier. The 720 is where easier. 1080 is like more high quality. So just go with 720, I think is fine. It does a good job. So anyways, I'm going to upload this. And then remember, this has the, when you play it, you see it? This was the one from Flow. So you can now just upload the audio, David, okay? Just upload the audio. And this is the audio where he was speaking. And then you put the audio in the right place where you want him to speak. You got to arrange everything, of course, and then play the video now.
In the floating isles of Etheria, memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
And then you can reduce the volume of your video, David, just by right-clicking on the video and then right-clicking on, just go to the video audio. It's right here on the side anyways. Where's the video audio? There it is, balance sound or something. Go to sound. And then you can do the track, all tracks. You can look at the track of your sound, like the book opens. You can do that and balance your sound and make it less if you prefer, like not too high, you know. And then you have this audio untitled is the one where he's speaking, so that he's speaking is higher than the, what do you call it? It's higher than the music from the video. So you just make sure everything is perfect.
In the floating isles of Etheria,
you see?
Memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Does that make sense to you now in that aspect?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to our original that AI just did perfectly, the first one, right? So the first one works for us, David, right? This one was perfect. We did it with just audio. Look at the trick that I did was it was giving me that unexpected error that I eventually just told it to make it into a video just using this, just putting the voiceover, and it did it perfectly well. So I think the first scene is perfect. So
in
I'm gonna—
the floating isles of Etheria,
yeah.
Memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
So it's not every time this is going to work crystal nice, because sometimes, most of the time, you need the script because the script explains what's happening in the video. But whenever you see what crystal works, when it does work to the right thing, then you make those arrangements. Now let's go back to the code and then we are end. So in the code, David, when you want to code, as I said, first of all, you'll go back to the code recording session. This is our code recording session right here. Remember, back here. Now, once you're ready to start recording your coding part, you just come back and record the coding part. Don't record all at once, because you want to do it after every scene, because you put the first scene, then you put the code, then you move on. And try to be creative in how you put the code in as well. Just be creative, because creativity is very important. How would you put it? So if I click start recording, it says it's starting to record. Don't speak. Even if you do, you can always extract it. And then come over here and start to record, like screen record. So I'm going to do this. I'll start by saying code. insert, oops, that's fine if you make a little mistake because you're going to speed it anyway. Insert the variable, and so it's code underscore night power. You don't have to rush anything, just go your own pace. You can speed it up. And then once you're done with that, you can now go back and just, let's say we stop it immediately, and go back to this part where we stop. We say insert, and we can, you see it goes back to your vids, and then you click on play. Even if you do, you can always extract it. You can always delete my audio. Like, you don't need audio. You can just play the video itself. And you can see that it's starting to, and just make sure you get rid of this stuff. By the way, I didn't remove this by the side, but you can see the code is is typing. You see it? And you can now have the code part there. And you can crop your thing. Make sure you crop this to look good, of course. Crop it out. Don't show the top edges. Don't show your timelines, all that stuff. Make it look nice. And also crop it at the beginning. You don't need to show the starting of the video, like where you started. Just go back to the code itself. Just go direct to the point is what I'm trying to say, where you actually start coding. From the first line where you started coding, which is, okay, let's go back. I think we started all the way here. No, I went too back. Where is it? Is it here? Let me see. Yeah, a little bit. So you got to go like, okay, play it from here and see where it starts. Immediately where it starts coding is where you want to start. Okay, there. So I need to move like all the way to this part, like this. See? So that's the perfect part. Now I can go back and it starts all the way here, like this. So you can add a little bit, not too much. Just get it to the perfect frame is what I'm trying to say. And then here at the end, you can cut it off when you stopped it from what do you call it? From playing, like from recording. You can cut off that scene as well. So just make sure you cut off the scene. Play it and see where you are exactly and where you stopped it. So I think we were around here. Let's play it and see. I think maybe I just want to see exactly where it stopped. So let's play it out all the way till here. Okay, I think at that point you can stop it like this. And then again, David, make sure you don't have this stuff here. And even David, if you want to be creative about this, you can put some nice background. So you can actually crop this even more. And you have like your background. You can do stuff like color the background, make it look good. I don't know, whatever you think is, you put the video in there, and you can even generate a nice background picture, something cool. That's why I told you be creative about this. So once it's playing, it's starting, you see how it looks good. You can also crop, I think I can also get it to start around here, right there. That's exactly where it starts. So just get it when it starts immediately. I keep missing the place. Think it's right here. Where does it start? There it is. I think it's, yeah, it starts like right there, that little, okay. I hope I got it now. I just want it from the beginning. So yeah, perfect. Starts like that until you get it perfectly at that point, and then you now have this clip. Now, if you're wondering how you're going to join this with the video, this is how you do it. Even if you have it on a separate vids, just be nice and in terms of like organization, and say code number 1 so you know what this is. And then you just come here and you download it, download it as an MP4. And that means as a video clip to your computer, and you go back to where you have the content already ready. So I'm going to say lesson 2. This is the place where I'm going to do all of my editing. And then you come here and you say insert, upload, and then you just upload your coding, but you can speed it up. Okay, David, by the way, speed up your coding, because if you make the coding part a little bit too long, like the whole thing, which is fine. I mean, like now you can do it this way. It's fine. It's just, I would say speeding it up sometimes is better. So if you want to speed up anything, just go to Clipchamp, okay, David? And then you can upload your video on Clipchamp. I want to show you how you can speed up here. And if you already know how to do this, that's fine. And if you put your video right there on Clipchamp, for example, let's close up all this stuff. Give me one moment. There it is. So my video is right here. Okay, David, this is my new video, right? If I click on this and I go to speed, I can speed it up a little bit faster. So by the time it's playing this video, let's do, where is it playing? Around here? Yeah, there, like there. Okay, you put the handle and then you put it to play. you can, again, if you don't see it speed up fast, you can do speed and increase it even more. So you see what it's doing as you're increasing the handler of the speed, the video is getting shorter. So that way you speed it up. So like this, by the time you come here, you see what is happening? Pretty much like that.
In the floating
So
isles of
like
Etheria,
this.
memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Like that. Okay, and then you have that perfect harmony, and then you can put like a nice video here so that it doesn't look so dull and it's not listening, and a nice audio, music, David. And music, remember, you can get it on Gemini. When you go to Gemini, you can always do create music, and you can get real cool music. You even have Lyria now. Lyria is the latest model. It's on your vids, so you can do create music and just ask Gemini to give you from here you can upload and tell it for this scene. You can do this, David. Okay, this is another one. Now you can say, give me a cool prompt to create music without singing involved. You don't need anybody singing. So just make sure you say for the scene above. Okay, that's an instruction. So you can say to create music on Gemini if you want to be more specific, because it will understand what you want. And for the scene above, or you can say for the scene above, suitable for the scene above, and to be played when coding is happening, when code is being written. Okay, so like that. So you can also do it this way, David, and then you switch off. Obviously, you need to do music. So if you don't see the music option, because there used to be a music thing here and it's not showing, that's fine. Just send it to Gemini. It will understand what you want, and it will make a prompt because you're asking it for a prompt. And then when you get the prompt, you will go back, and I will show you now on the other Gemini, and you would paste the prompt there so you can get the music, because you want the music. It's also even generating for you the track, which is also good. But you can tell it, do not generate the track, just give me the text prompt. When you say text prompt, then it knows you just want the prompt, and you can go back again yourself and generate it again. I'm just saying these are options. Again, the thing is you're always looking for the best of the best before you do anything. So it says it's generating your track. Let's see what's happening. Clarifying your workflow. David, are you still with me all the way until here? I'm recording this session, so it's going to help you because I'll share it with you. Okay. So far, you're understanding what I'm saying in terms of the coding and everything?
Yes, I'm understanding.
Okay, and please be creative, David, okay? I just put like a blue background, but that's not really what I want. I mean, what we would want is something cool in the background, something really cool. Do a nice background picture, and you can say, even tell Gemini what you can do, and I want to show you just before we go. Let this finish first. Okay, so here's the prompt. It says a focused instrumental track, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back and put it on the create music thing. That's my prompt. And let's create music. So, and then once the music is done, that's the kind of music you can put when the code is being played, like, for that amount of time, and just try to make it consistent and, for the scenes every time you have a code, of course. And if you want to put music for anything else, you can always do that. Let's see what we get from here. Let me see what it will do. What was it having? Let me see, what was the problem? It says it tried to generate an audio, and what was the issue? Let me see, what was the problem? I tried to generate an audio, but something went wrong. Would you try again or modify the vibe a bit? Okay, let's just stick to this for now. Okay, it's generating the track. Music is coming on. Let's wait. Try generate. Oh, what's wrong? Okay, let's try. Give me another prompt. Let's do this. Give me another text prompt. I can generate cool audio for the scene above. No vocal. And then you can say this, do not generate the music. Just give me the prompt. Okay, I like to emphasize, just give me the prompt. Okay, so let's send it one more time. Got to be wrapping up now. Yes, let's see. Okay, So here, whimsical, blah, 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 blah. Okay, just copy this whole thing when you get a prompt, David, and then do the same thing again. Put it into the, I'm going to put it into the whole Gemini stuff again. Let's go back, music one more time. Paste it in here, okay? And then send it one more time. Go for thinking, because thinking would allow it to think a little bit more. So thinking, and let's see. Once we hopefully get the track, then we can now download it and put it there, and that's it. And then for that part, I wanted to show you, David, this part. I wanted to say just quickly, when you want to make a nice picture, you can take a screenshot of this so that you go over to, and I'm going to have to go to my own Gemini here. Okay, David, my own Gemini. So I took a screenshot, and I'm going to paste that screenshot here. And I want to ask Gemini to make me a nice background in the blue area. Like design it. So I want you to design the picture attached here. Design only, okay? Only. You got to put that only there. Only the blue area, the blue colored area. I want to do this at the same time while we're waiting for the music. And the picture attached here, suitable for a code or something, suitable for, or you can even give it the type of theme of your video, suitable for a code or something, for Python coding and 3D night story, something like that, 3D night story, like this. And then Gemini, when you do this, David, it will design, and you can even tell it what kind of design if you want to go by theme. So let's send it, and then let's see, go back to my track. Okay, it's done the track for us, thank God. So just tell it to retrack it again. Let me play it and see. Do you hear that? Yes, so, okay, and I download this track, okay? You'd go for audio only, David, audio only, download the audio, and then go back to where you have that thing that we were doing on here, on Clipchamp or whatever it is, and then, or you can do it on Vids. Let me also show you. You can do it here, or you can do it on Vids, whatever you want. If you want to import audio and media, just import the track and say open, and then it will import it. Just click on the plus sign, and then just drag the track where you want it to play. And obviously, you can also cut out the track if you don't want it to play for the whole, like, you don't need the whole scene. I mean, you just need only that part. You can just cut it out up until where you want it to stop. And let's say all the way till here, right? So now if you play, and this is the same thing you do in the vids. It's the same thing I'm showing you in the vids. So if you play it from the beginning, now let's play it all the way from the start.
In the floating isles of Etheria, memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Like that. See the point? So that's how you would get something like in a flow in that way. Were you able to see and hear everything okay?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So the last part, David, the last part, do you see what it did? Okay. This is something I don't want to happen. And unfortunately, and I want to log out right now and give you some time to go and work on all of this, because we don't need it this way. This is not what we want. I wanted to just put the design on the sides. Now you can be creative, David. You can be creative and do this. Look, you can do this if you have do you have like an image editing tool, just a simple image tool where you can cut this out? I'm going to show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean real quick. So I'm downloading this picture, okay? But again, you can ask the AI and say, don't touch what's in the middle and just put the design only by the side. So right now, what is happening, David, is I'll do this. I have a picture editing thing where I can do this, edit. Look what I'll do. And I'll do this. I'll cut this picture out. I don't need that part. I need sort of like here. And then I'll save this as a copy. Let's call it design 1 or something. So I'll put it as 1 and just 1Q, something like that, and then save it. And then this is what you can do and be creative a little bit. Now, this video that you have here, David, you can crop it out, and crop it out a little. Maybe not crop it out. Maybe let's keep it. Okay, I actually changed my mind. Let's do this. Let's take it all the way to the side here. And I wanted to make it like have an idea, but I don't know how I'm going to do this idea. Okay, so I'm just going to put it like that. Let's just say it's like this for whatever reason. And then I just want to show you, and then you can be creative yourself. And then I open this picture right here, and then I put this photo And I wanted to go, the photo doesn't go there. It's going to go on top, by the way. So it's going to be on top here. And I will send it. Where's the send it picture? Well, kind of give me a moment. Let me see something. Yeah, that's what I want. So something like that. And oops, what's this? Yeah, something like this. Does that make sense? Something like this. And then I'd have, I want to try to like rhyme this real well. So I'll try to maybe put him aside, like, I don't know, put this by the side and put this, because you need to show the code really well. And then if you want, David, you can crop this thing out and just crop this video out like this really. And then you just have this real nice harmony at the end. And yeah, and just go back. Don't worry, the picture is still there. It's just because I'm cropping things out. And then you have like this nice harmony and you can, you know, make it larger. So, something like this. Do you see what I mean? So when you play this video at the end and it looks real cool.
Fluid.
You see what I mean? Do you get it? Like the kind of art you can do. So that's it. All right, so David, that's a little tutorial. I hope this was helpful for you to understand what we're expecting when we say coding. This is kind of what we need. Just you need to get with a precision. You need to redo lesson 2, and I'll tell you about the worksheet is fine. I'll give you feedback on the newsletter because I have to run. I have a meeting coming up, and I don't want to keep you long enough. I think you've understood from the beginning how it will be. As an overall, it would be something like this.
In the floating isles of Etheria, memory is law. Some things are set in stone, and some are fluid.
Okay, did you get everything okay?
Yes.
All right, so David, any questions so far? This is being screen recorded, by the way, so I will once it is ready. So I will upload it for you on your Google Drive, and you can have a, you know, you can watch it over because I think it was a lot of things.